Hey everybody, I got me a new bike after 3.5, 4 years of riding this one. Totally unexpected. This is my 2003 Roadstar Silverado edition, or Silver edition, they call it a Silverado. And it's got a lot of nice features on it. I planned to keep it for a lot longer, and then I literally tripped over this newer one. I want to do a quick overview on this thing, and later when I can get my son or somebody to help me by standing on the side of the road, I want to do a couple drive-bys because it sounds great. Anyway, let me cover everything. 2 days ago, I got this out of the shop. No, not 2 days ago. When was it? It was Tuesday, I think. Anyway, yeah, like 4 days ago. I got it out of the shop. I'd sent it in there. My rear tire was almost bald, so I got a brand new rear white wall tire on there. My front tire is still in terrific shape. They said there's no reason to replace that this year, maybe next year. So I took it down to Independent Motorsports on South High Street, and they put the new tire on there, and I told them, I was like, it's been a while. Let's go ahead and tune it up, just go through it. So they put four new NGK spark plugs on it. They oiled or greased the choke cable, because I felt like it's getting a little stiff, you know, over time, just a little stiff to pull, and I'm real particular about that stuff. And see, they cleaned the carburetor, did an oil change, just basically went through it, and it's ready to go. So I pick it up, give them a little over $500. I don't think it was over 600. I got 2 separate receipts because I had to prepay for the tire for them to order it in. Anyway, yeah, so it's ready to go. And don't you know, the second day, I'm just scrolling through Craigslist, and 1 hour ago, it says, posted 1 hour ago, this Vulcan shows up. It's a 2009, and the price was like suspiciously low. I'm like, this is a scam. I'm calling the guy anyway. So he was in Dayton, and I said, dude, if you're telling me the truth, I'm on my way right now with the cash. So I went out there and I bought it. And there were like 5 guys right behind me. I was the first one there. So just basically went to a 2009 from a 2003. But anyway, this thing does not leak anything. Now my son's Harley, he's got a 2009 Harley Davidson Road King. You can smell it when he pulls in the garage. We tell him, leave the garage door open so it airs out. Those Harleys always smell like they're running rich. This has never put off that kind of smell. It's never leaked oil or anything onto the ground. Well, you know, it's air-cooled, so there's no coolant. It's got the hard leather bags. That's the Silver Edition leather bags that comes with this bike. Silverado Edition seats, of course. It has Cobra pipes, so it sounds really good. You'll hear it in a second when I start it. And it's a good-looking bike. It's got a little scratch down here. I didn't realize it when I got it. Somebody had taken a Sharpie pen and made a cross there. And I'm like, you know, that's good and everything, but I'm going to rub that out with some compound. And when I did, there was a scratch underneath it. But I had to get my 3% Second Amendment sticker on the back of it down there. Unfortunately, I've been looking online. I can't order them anymore. I've looked everywhere, and I was going to put one on my new bike. I'm a big advocate for that Second Amendment. So, anyway, not to get political or nothing. So, yeah, the hard bags are massive. You can't get a full-face helmet in there, but you can get, like, my clamshell helmet in there. Pretty easy. This windshield comes off in less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. I have a bit with my cordless drill, and I just go zip, zip right there on either side. Just loosen those a little bit, and it lifts out. And I usually ride it with the windshield off, except for when it gets colder, or if I'm traveling far. I ride it locally, and I just kind of follow my son around and let him be the hot rodder. And but I can keep up with him pretty good, even though this is an older bike. I can keep up with his newer Road King. So it's no slouch. It's just a nice, heavy, long bike. Really long wheelbase. So it's super comfortable, super stable at all speeds. And this was the first bike I'd ever gotten that had heel and toe shifters with floorboards, and I really like that a lot. The brakes also are like a year old, and I'm going to have to dig up all my receipts. About 2 years ago, maybe less, I had them go through it. I was smelling something, and I had a grounding wire in the wiring harness. Unfortunately, I ended up putting about $1,400, I think, into this thing. New battery, new starter. They said that it was like in the wiring harness to the starter, so they put a new battery, new starter, brand new wiring harness, for the wiring harness that handles everything. No junkyard parts, none of that junk. All brand new stuff put on it. Brakes were like a year ago. And then it's got, let me look this up. See, the bike has 37,000 miles on it now. I was surprised. I didn't know I'd put that many on it. Let me scroll through. Yeah, so I filled up the tank 23.9 miles ago. You can see it's almost full. I guess I didn't fill it up. I put it into my prepaid Speedway card set out of credit. So anyway, I had to go back in later and refill that. So it has about 30 miles on the rear tires since I had it put on brand new, and I got the receipts and everything, you know. So I'm going to print off the receipts. I have scans of the receipts from the wiring harness, the new starter battery, and all the other work they did to it. This thing has been gone through. It's been maintained perfectly, and it is a smooth ride. So anyway, I'm going to fire it up, let you hear it. It sounds kind of loud. Oh yeah, I got the stereo on it. With the windshield off on the freeway, you can't really hear it, but with the windshield on, you can hear it on the freeway. But that's a Bluetooth stereo that syncs to my phone, or you can put in a USB down here and play music, MP3s off a USB, or it picks up AM, FM. But let's fire it up. If you have headphones or better speakers, that's what you would want to listen to this thing through, because it sounds great. This is nice too, because I just rest my hand on it. You can loosen this and adjust it, and on the freeway I can just rest my open hand on it and not even have to grip it, and just have one hand on this and my other hand in my lap or whatever if I don't want my other arm up there. Cruise down the freeway at whatever speed, but you can adjust this so when it's turned, you're not having to even push it forward. With just the weight of your hand cruises you down the road. That's kind of how I have it set up. I'm 56 years old, so I'm not into hot rodding anymore. But there are times when I like to accelerate, especially through curves. I'll lay this thing over, you know, going into turns and switchbacks, and accelerate while I'm doing it. And it's just so wonderful. It's the closest thing I can think of to actually to having wings and flying. So this is an outstanding bike that's been taken care of. Loads of receipts, a couple $1,000s worth of receipts just in the last couple of years, because I'm anal when it comes to taking care of my stuff. If you guys follow my videos on YouTube, you already know about my truck and how I just throw money at that old antique because I love it to the point of ridiculousness. That's just how I am. So this new bike is definitely going to be spoiled, just like I've been spoiling this bike. Alright, so unfortunately I'm holding my phone making this video, so I cannot ride it and hold my phone at the same time. Oh yeah, I did the smoked lenses on the marker lights and turn signals, and the smoked rear tail light cover. Looks a lot better that way. I've always liked the smoked tail lights, as you can tell by my truck over there. Everything I got gets the smoked lenses. Anyway, I still love this. I really do. I still love it. So it's just we can't have 3 bikes in the garage at home. I got room for 2 bikes, the Road King and my bike. And my son is not going to be moving out anytime soon, I don't think. So give me a call and come check it out if you're serious. This is a serious value. Where you buy bikes from people, they tend to neglect things. This thing has been babied to the point of ridiculousness. And it sounds great, it feels great. You could go out anytime, day or night, no matter what the weather. I did put stabilizer in the tank during the winter, and I would go out there like every 2 or 3 weeks and just start it up during the cold weather and let it warm up in the garage. shut it off, and shut the garage door again. But and then pray for warm weather when I could ride it again. That's just how I am about these bikes. So I guess that's it, guys. Hope I haven't talked your head off, but I love it. I really do. And if you want to, give me a call, and I'll look forward to talking to you.